As you're likely aware, I was a retired Navy pilot. I guess I still am a retired Navy pilot. Learned a lot of things in that adventure. One of the things I learned is most any pilot can fly forward, very few can hover. Really happy to introduce you today to Joy Doyle from HoverGirl Properties. Welcome, Joy.
Thank you for having me.
So give me the backstory. How does a fine young lady end up calling her real estate company HoverGirl's Properties?
Okay, so my husband's retired Navy pilot too, and he was in helicopters for almost 30 years, and kind of towards the end of his tours here in Jacksonville, the market here in 2006, 2007 was kind of, as he was beginning to think about retiring, the market was awful, as we all know. And so Laura, my business partner, and I came up with the idea of doing property management for our military friends who were really forced into landlordship because they couldn't get rid of their home. So that was kind of how...
Rent or foreclose.
Yes, and the military hadn't figured out if you foreclosed that you would lose, you would lose your security clearance. So it really put our military family in a big jam. And we just saw the need there, and I knew that we were going to retire here, our kids were going to stay here, and that was, as we went on to the next phase. So that's HoverGirl. We became HoverGirls. Now, had I known we were going to grow to the level we were, I don't know if that would have been the name because it's a mouthful, but people remember it, so that's good, right?
Yeah. So initially as property managers, which is a tough road to hoe. That's a challenging business. Yeah. Tell me about the transition into listing and selling those properties.
Okay. So, kind of how we got started, we sent an email, like good Navy wives, to all of our Christmas card list back then, and right away we had like 50 properties within no time of managing them. And so that kind of sat still for 2, 3, 4 years as the market continued to try to figure itself out. And then as things turned around, first one HAP was implemented from the government perspective. So that was helping our military sell homes that they were hugely upside down with. And then, as the market began to turn around, those have turned into sales and listings too. And really, like the military and so many things, if you have a good reputation, people talk about you, and that's really how.
Now, I've had conversation with real estate agents who, many of which never owned a home.
Yes.
In some cases, maybe one home. How has moving around the countryside 10, 12 or more times helped you to really relate to that person who's moving?
Yeah, that's a great question. So Glenn and I moved 14 times in our 26 years. We added a couple of geo-bachelor times for him, just for schools and that kind of thing. But I think it helped because I saw great realtors. I saw people that didn't care. I saw people that didn't know what they were doing, and then I saw experts. So I kind of, when you've moved that many times and you've bought and sold in really any state you've been in, it gives you a feel for really what you want to do and who you want to be.
Right, and it helps you predict things rather than make excuses after they occur when you've done it a lot.
Exactly, and for me, when I'm helping a customer now, I'm looking at it as if I sell them this house, are they in their active duty, for example, are they going to want to rent this in 3 years? It's a different mindset than, hey, I'm going to sell this house and never, really see you again kind of thing. It's more of a relationship. So
I'm going to be here forever, yes or no. I'm going to keep it as a rental, yes or no. I may even come back, yes or no.
Yeah.
It's to have those conversations.
Well, exactly, and I think with the life experience, that's what really helps you in this kind of situation, is that I know, and when somebody's telling me they're PCSing, I already speak their language. They don't have to break down for me what that means, and I automatically say, how long are your orders for, and those kind of things. So we're kind of getting that. And then I think for us at HoverGirls too, because we do a full property management side. So my husband got out and he runs the property management side like he runs a wing. And it's been great because it gives a reassurance to our military, especially, that we know what we're doing and they don't have to panic.
No worries, the Commodore has this under control.
The Commodore's good, yes. We don't call him that anymore, but sometimes we do.
When he's in trouble?
Yeah, usually.
He's in timeout. Commodore, you're in timeout.
Exactly.
That's a fun thing.
Yeah.
Well, what do you look for in a real estate agent? Knowing you've got the strong military background, knowing the success that your husband had in the military, what do you look for to bring an agent onto the HoverGirls team?
High integrity. I do love for them to have some experience. We have several retirees in our agent portfolio, and then we also have a lot of Navy wives, and I love to hire a Navy wife, and really that's because I've been there, I've done that, and I know, sometimes they get the short end of the stick. They're very smart ladies or gentlemen, they know what they're doing, but because they're moving in 2 and 3 year increments, it's hard for them
sometimes
to get a career.
tough, yeah.
It's tough.
Well, I appreciate all you do. I appreciate what you do in the community.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate what you do professionally. I thank you very much.
Thank you.
I want to thank Joy Doyle for being with us. And remember, if you can't hover, you really can't fly.